Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted on all of the socials, and welcome to today's Craft and Chat. I am super excited. I'll be crafting with the Not Too Shabby Shop Stamp and Die of the Month. So if you are, I am live streaming currently both to the Facebook Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook page and as well to my channel. If you are joining from Facebook, I've copied a link into the Facebook live chat. And if you go to that link and give StreamYard permission to see you, then I can actually, your name will be displayed when I bring your comment up. So at the moment, I see a lot of folks on Facebook. So hello, but I don't know your name. Sorry. Please do hit that link and give StreamYard permission if you'd like to see your name on screen. Cordelia, hi, welcome. And Heather of Sunflower Fields Design, welcome. It looks like Brian is in the chat. So Brian must have said hello earlier, I think. And it looks like Jamie's in the chat, although I don't see your name, but thanks for shouting out. Folks, welcome. And as you are popping in, do say hello in the chat and let me know where you're joining from. It's always really fun to see where everybody is viewing from. Hi, Marla. Thanks, Heather, for calling out names because otherwise I wouldn't know. This is how it looks if you don't give permission for StreamYard. So if you take a moment, hit that button at the beginning of the chat, then I'll be able to see your name. So while I actually can remember to say this, before we get underway, please do hit the like button, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. And yay, you're not a ghost anymore, Marla. Hi. Welcome, Kendra. Thanks for joining, my friend. So as I was saying, smash that like button. It does help promote the stream both on YouTube and Facebook. And as well, hit that share button because there may be some of your crafty friends out there who intended to catch the stream live, and they might see your post and be reminded and actually be able to pop on in and join us live. So please do that if you can. Meanwhile, yay, Brian, welcome. I can see your name now. Thank you, my friend. And as others join, if those of you who managed to get your name displayed, can you help other folks who join on Facebook share that link as the chat scrolls by? I'm sure the link is going to be hard to find. Thank you so much in advance. So I am crafting today with the Stamp and Die of the Month, and it's called Oh My Stars. And you can see that it's got lots of adorable critters and perfect for really any celebratory occasion, but you may find that it's particularly ideal for the 4th of July. So lots of patriotic themes. But I think the fireworks and hooray, celebrate with a bang, all of the stars, I think those would work really well for New Year's too. So, save this set. Don't just bring it out during the summertime, but bring it out for New Year's as well, because I think you can use a lot of these for that occasion too. And as always, yay, Jamie, I can see your name. Thanks. Brian, I'm not actually viewing on Facebook, so let's see. All of the comments are coming in through StreamYard. So if you can pin the link for me, that would be wonderful. Okay, so as always, with the Stamp and Die of the Month, if you subscribe, you have the option of getting just the stamp by itself or getting the coordinating dies with it. And when you subscribe, you are guaranteed to get this to your doorsteps every month as long as you're subscribed. And otherwise, it's hard to tell because sometimes they sell out really fast, and sometimes you have a little bit of time. But if you want to be guaranteed a set, then definitely subscribe. And okay, so the card that I'll be making today is I did do a sample card because it's one of those that I feel like you have to kind of see it in advance to know where we're headed as we're going along. But I will give step-by-step instructions. If anyone's crafting along with me, let me know, drop a 1 in the comments, and that way I can be sure not to move on to the next step until everybody's ready. But this is I think it's called a stair step card because you can sort of, pop it open and you have that stair step design and lots of opportunities to hide some additional critters. And you may actually recognize that these little critters look awfully similar to our Stamp and Die of the Month. So there's our little bear, there's our bunny, we have a fox. So really, really adorable. Let me show the sets that this came from. So in particular, this one came from Cozy Forest Friends, and it was part of a box of the month, I think late last year. And we also got in that box of the month this set, which is Snuggle Weather, with all of the same characters and then some. So really, really adorable to now have sort of the summer, the summer version of these critters, which is super fun. Hello, Lazy Days Stamping. Welcome, my friend. Oh, good. So Heather's crafting along. Wonderful. If I did actually share a supply list, so if you did prepare in advance, that's wonderful. If not, don't worry. I will go through everything that you need. It's not a lot, but the cutting is a little bit, that might be the trickiest part, the scoring and the cutting. But look how fun it is. And then it displays really well too. So, okay, let's get started. All right. So you want to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 high by 6 7/8 wide. So 5.5 tall, 6 7/8 wide. And the first thing we'll do is I'm gonna take out my T-square ruler, and I'm gonna rest this along the 6 7/8 edge, and I'm gonna measure down 1 7/8 inch, and then I'm gonna measure up from the bottom 1 7/8 inch. Then what I'm gonna do is along the short edge, I'm gonna rest my T-square along the short edge. So this is 5.5. And where I made those 2 tick marks, I'm just gonna draw a line all the way across. This will help us when we go to score. All right, so next, ideally, if you have a trimmer like this, where you can kind of drop the blade in, that's most ideal because that's going to help us sort of cut these slits in between. So if I show you from the back, so so that's ideal, but you can always just use a craft knife and ruler if you want. We're going to start with our scoring though. Okay, so if it helps, because this part might get a little bit tricky, I have this diagram. It's a screenshot from I will post a video tutorial on how to make this exact card. So if you're not crafting along today, this video will be available on replay, but if you want a shorter, just more condensed video, I'll have the tutorial for this on my channel after today. So you're going to be the first to see how to make this if you are watching live. So we're gonna have that long edge, 6 7/8 inch. That's where we're gonna score. And the lines that you want to score at are well, because my 0 starts here, I'm actually gonna score from my left edge. So my first line is gonna be at 5.5. And when I score this line, it's that first red line that you see, the leftmost red line. You're gonna score from the top down to your first pencil mark and then stop. So for me, at 5.5 inches, which is from, I'm scoring it from this end. If your scoreboard starts with 0 here, then your first line is going to be, your first score line is going to be at 1 3/8. Okay, so score from the top and stop at your first pencil mark. Then, okay, no problem, Heather. Don't worry, this video will be on replay, so you can always come back to this video. Next, your next score line is going to be at, if your scoreboard is like me and 0 is over here, your next score line is going to be at 4 1/8. You want to score at the very top, and you want to go down to your second pencil mark. Don't go all the way down, just start from the very top and stop at the second pencil mark. If your scoreboard started with 0 on this end, that second score line is at 2 3/4 of an inch. So now once you've put those score lines in, hi Cynthia, welcome my friend. Let me know if you are crafting along or just watching for fun. If you're crafting along, we're not too far in, so I can repeat the steps. But you are more than welcome to kind of catch this on replay if you want to make this card later. But thanks for joining. Now, with those two score lines in place, what you wanted, the easiest thing to do is just turn this around 180 degrees and repeat those two, because it's actually kind of the reverse on the other end. So we started like this, and all I'm going to do is rotate 180 degrees, and I'm going to put the exact two score lines in. So my first score line with 0 over here is at 5.5 from the top down to the first pencil mark. My second score line is going to be at 4 1/8 from the top down to the second pencil mark. If your 0 starts from your left-hand edge, your first score line will be at 1 3/8. Your second score line will be at 2 3/4. So hopefully that makes sense. And I have the diagram up because it's really hard to see score lines on white cardstock like this. But hopefully the diagram in that lower right-hand corner right there helps to show where the score lines are at, and that's where the red lines are. Next, we want to do some cutting. So our cut lines are going to be where the green lines are. So we're going to do some partial cutting. So we're going to put these slits in here, right there. So all of the cuts are going to be along the pencil marks that we made. But you can see that on that first sort of score line that we put in, we want to cut from the bottom of that first score line all the way to the top of the third score line. And that's that first green section. that's on the diagram. And there's like little slash marks that show you the beginning and the end of your cut line. So I'm gonna line up my pencil mark in my cutting track here. And so my pencil mark is lined up in my cutting track. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my cutting blade right where that first, and sometimes it's helpful to just draw a little tick mark just so that you can see it. I just extended my first score line so that I can see where that is. And then I'm gonna cut along my pencil mark through the next score line and then stop at the second score line that it hits. So dropping this in and trim. Okay, so that is our first slit. So if we were like this and I just put that slit in, all you have to do is rotate 180 degrees and do the exact same thing. So once you have one side done, you just need to rotate and do the exact same thing, and then you'll have all of the scoring and all of the cutting for the base. So I'm going to drop my blade in right where that first score line is. I'm going to cut past the first score line that it intersects and then stop at the next score line it intersects. So blade in, and then we go. And there's our second. So now we have our two slits. Hi, Jay. Welcome, my friend. So if anyone is crafting along, let me know if I need to show you that again. Just put a 1 in the comments and I can repeat any of that. So that's all of the cutting and all of the scoring. The next thing that we're going to do is some folding. So here you can see we're going to do a mountain fold and then a valley fold, a mountain fold, and then a valley fold. So mountain, valley, and you just repeat that. It is a crazy fancy fold, but it's fairly easy to do, especially since once you've kind of mastered it on one end, there's a lot of just turn and repeat. So actually, before I fold, I'm gonna erase all my pencil marks. It's a little bit easier to erase when it's still flat. So okay. So I like to just kind of ease it. So just get them started. Mountain, valley, mountain, valley. And then once you've got it going, it will all collapse down. And it will collapse down to a USA 2. Hi, Cynthia. Yeah, it is super cute. And it's still small, so it'll still fit into an A2 envelope. Jay, it's very doable. Very, very doable. And look how fun and like how many spots you have to decorate. And plus it stands up really nicely too. So once you've got it started, you do want to make sure you burnish all of these fold lines. So just kind of And the reason I'm burnishing it like this is if I burnish like this, I actually might put little marks on the pretty side. So I don't want to do that. I want to burnish against my table and not against the cardstock, any cardstock underneath. So get these nice and crisp. Yeah, definitely will fit into an A2. Can we talk about how cute the bears are? Yeah. So this set here, Jay, this is from an older release. Jamie will have to let us know if it's still in stock. It was when I first made the card. I did check. Um, this is Cozy Forest Friends, the ones on this card. I did manage to use all 5 of them on the one card because there's just so many places to hide them. And then, at the same time, because they were part of the same subscription box, this one came out as well. This one is Snuggle Weather, and it's, like, all the same critters, but winter themed. And this month's stamp and die of the month is the summer cousins to our winter critters here. So super adorable. So this is the set that I'm actually crafting with today. Um, so I'll have that featured on the card that we are making. But I did want to show that if you don't already have it and it's still available, you can get the winter version of these cute critters. So those are the sets. And so that's our card base. So it wasn't too hard, right, folks? Not too bad, right? So there's our base. Now I'm gonna need chat's help on this a little bit because I when I made this card, you can kind of see it says snow on there, but notice how there's sort of the blue kind of stars and the red and white stripes. I was sort of going for patriotic because that's what I want to do for this card. But here's my question for those watching. Now, uh, I've only ever seen this card where the stairs are like this, with the solid blue on this side. But I was thinking, would it make more sense to put the blue back here and then the stripes here? But then that would mean that this would be like the mirror. It would be reversed and it would open like that. Is that weird? I feel like it will look more like the flag if I put the blue background back here and the red and white stripes like that. So kind of the reverse, but kind of the backside. Okay, Marla agrees. Okay, right? Because that looks more like the flag, even so it's not weird if it's reversed. Okay, Jay's liking that idea too. Okay. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It seems after I saw this, I was like, "Oops, that's not the flag." So not at all unique. Okay, thanks. Jay, you're so funny. If you mess up, claim it's France. Alright, so okay, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna make this look a little bit more flag-like and have this open this way. So it'll be kind of the reverse. And that makes this live stream unique to my tutorial. So if you wanna see how to make it this way, then you can watch my video later. Alright, to cut your mat here, this piece has been cut to, just double checking, 3 7/8 wide by 5 1/4 tall. So 3 7/8 wide by 5 1/4 tall. And I'll do the cut twice. That way you'll see it. I'm gonna do my matte layer for this card a little bit differently than how I did it on this one, because I think it'll be easier. So what I'm gonna do is I want this blue piece to be on this panel here. So what I'm gonna, and it is double-sided, so I do wanna pay attention to that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line this up so that it has the margin that I want. You should have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And I'm going to get a little bit of washi tape, and I'm gonna just temporarily tape it down um, with position it so that it's got the amount of the card base, like an equal amount of the card base all the way around, which should be around 1/8 of an inch. Only tape it down to your card base though. Don't tape it to this the other portion so that you can still kind of open it. And I'm gonna sneak a pencil right here and just trace along the stair step. And that way I know where to cut. So I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit. Don't put a hard crease. And I'm just gonna draw a line right along the stair step. So when I make this cut, it's gonna be flush against the stairs, which I think for the flag design is actually gonna look a little bit better. So again, just gently lifting this up and drawing that pencil mark. So now all we need to do is just cut along that pencil mark. So I can take that off. Now to do the cuts, you can, I'll do it with my trimmer, but if you want to use like a steel ruler and craft knife, you can do that too. So here's my trimmer. And so this first score line here, I'll go ahead and line that up on my cutting track. And I'll just cut up to that first pencil mark. So we're just going to follow the pencil mark, cutting right on top of the pencil mark. And this one, just to make sure, I'll go ahead. I'm going to use this and line it up with my pencil mark just to make sure it's lined up correctly on my cutting track. So, and then I'm going to drop the blade in right where that stair step ends. And oops, I didn't quite get all the way there. So just meet up. There we go. 2 cuts down. Same thing, go ahead and line this up with my pencil mark. It's a little hard to see, so the lining it up with another piece of paper helps. And then using that paper to kind of line up in my track here. And then I can cut from where I left off up to the next pencil mark. Oops. I'll get my little snips here. The corners where they meet up might be the hardest parts, but you can, or you could do the whole thing with your scissors if you want. Whatever is easiest. And then here, the pencil mark goes right off to the edge, so that's a little bit easier to put onto my cutting track. And there's our matte layer for our field of stars. So there's that. Okay, so now I'll do the same thing, just in case folks want to see that again. This time, I want the red and white stripes to be on this front panel. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll line this up so that it's got the 1/8 inch border all the way around. And then I'm going to tape it down. And then I can flip it over to the back side, sneak my pencil in here, and draw some lines for where I'm going to make those cuts. Just right along or against those stairs. Okay, so there are our pencil lines. And if it's easier, you can always use a craft knife to do your cuts. And a steel ruler. All right, so I can see my pencil line here, so I want to start there. Trim. And then I want to start my blade here, right on the pencil mark, and line up my ruler. Trim down. And then keep going. This is actually a lot faster than I'm going to extend this line just so that I can see it as I'm trimming. So same thing, just going to put my craft knife right in that corner, butt my ruler right up to it, get it nice and straight, and trim down. And final cut. And there we have it. So that gives us our 2 matte layers. And with this one, we did pencil marks on the back, so you don't have to erase anything. With our blue layer, I guess I'll try to erase. I can't even see it was hard to see the pencil marks in the first place, so, but I'll still erase. All right. Now we just need to glue these down, and then we can get to the fun part of decorating with our critters. So that's it, folks. That's how you make the base of your cascading stair step card. Pretty not as hard as you might think, right? Let me know in the chat if you're thinking of giving it a go. All right, so this should butt up right against the stair steps and still have a nice equal border all the way around. And give it a good burnish. And then we'll get this one glued down. Yay! It's gonna go onto Jay's project list. Woohoo! I think you'll have fun with it. So remember, this should be flush with our stairs, and oh, this looks so cool. It really looks like the flag. That's exciting. Okay. All right. So Woohoo! All right, so now with the base done, let's bring on all the stuff, all of our fun critters, and everything else to kind of finish up. So I've already stamped and colored quite a few of these guys. So we've got the bear, the raccoon holding the rocket, the bunny holding a banner, and really, really super cute. Still two more critters to go. I might use some of, we'll see what else we want to do. Let's see if we want to do some additional stamping and because there's lots of opportunity to kind of have fun. And here, I even extended the pattern paper to go into this side portion too. So these little bits here, save them because you can use them and decorate this portion in the middle as well if you want. So don't toss these. Save them until you're sure you're not going to use them on this project. um, so what I was thinking was I've got this big happy. And then I have this huge number 4. So I was going to do happy 4th. And I've got these little letters there. So we've got happy 4th, and then I want to put an additional sentiment in here. So let's see. We've got celebrate with a bang. There is happy 4th of July, but I'm covering that between these two because there's so much room here. I think you can go with really big, like big sentiments because there's just a lot of room. You can hide because you can hide some the little critters here and there. And then I've got we have hooray and we have oh my stars. So let's see. I think I want celebrate with a bang because I've got the raccoon here holding a rocket. Yeah, fireworks. Good call. We'll do some fireworks too, because I think it'll be fun to, and if I do celebrate with a bang, then putting some fireworks here would be a lot of fun. So I won't cover this with pattern paper. I'll stamp fireworks there instead. Good call, Jay. And then, by the way, I didn't mention it, but on the stamp set, there's lots of little things that your critter can be holding. So I colored the rocket. So even more reason to do celebrate with a bang. But there's the ice cream. There's a lollipop. Another sort of popsicle ice cream pop. What is that called? It's like one of those. It's like the rocket ice cream popsicle that I used to get as a kid. And then there's the balloons. And what's cool is if you do get the coordinating dies, check this out, folks. You can pop his little paws open and he can actually be holding it. So he can either be a righty or a lefty. both paws have partial die cutting so that he can hold and you can put whatever in there, right? So you can put any of those little little icons he can be holding. So how cute is that? I think I want him to be a righty. That's so adorable. Okay, so let's do some stamping. Okay, we're gonna do celebrate with a bang. And ooh, I might need to angle this a little bit. So I think it'll fit, but it's gonna be a tight fit. So we'll do a little wonky angle on it. And these always stamp really well. I usually just use an acrylic block. So that's what we're gonna go with. I usually don't find that I need a stamping platform with the Not Too Shabby Shop stamps. They stamp really well. So let's get celebrate with a bang. gonna stamp it in black. I might do fireworks in different colors. We'll see what sort of inks I've got. Just want to check that there's good coverage. Celebrate with a bang. See? Look how crisp that stamps. So first time, no stamp positioning tool. The quality of the Not Too Shabby stamps are fabulous. And then I'll do some, well, these fireworks are big. I like these ones. So I'll use that. Okay, so I think I'll do this. Thanks, Kendra. It's really fun and super easy. Well, I hope I've convinced everybody that it's easy. Jay, it's not my skills. The stamps are just really good. they take the ink really well. They leave a really great impression, so anyone can do it. Me too. Absolutely, Marla. My fave also. For the fireworks, though, I think what I'm going to use is this. It's a Delicata ink from Sunesco as well, and it is. It's got a little bit of a sort of a shimmer to it. It is a pigment ink, and well, pigment inks are great because they are a little stickier, so they'll stick pretty well to photopolymer stamps. Now, this doesn't quite fit. This is actually bigger than what I need. So what I'm gonna do is just a little bit of, let's just block this off so that I don't accidentally stamp onto there. And I don't accidentally stamp onto there. So just kind of a quick and dirty masking. Because the fireworks are actually larger than this little panel. Let's see. Is there a right way up with this? I think it goes like this. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, actually, it just about fits. Let's see. Is CP, is that Catherine Pooler, Jay? Catherine Pooler ink? Yeah, Marla, usually, yeah, I'm used to the gold and the silver, but they do come in different colors. Oh, that's so cool. Should I do one at the bottom? Does it need another firework stamp at the bottom? Okay, it is Catherine Pooler. Good to know. Let me know what you think, if it needs another little firework stamp at the bottom. But I think what I might want to do though is we do have little stars, and I was thinking I think I might want to put a couple little stars around the Celebrate with a Bang. So look at how many stars. We get 3 different size stars, so you can kind of mix and match. Hi, Meg. Welcome, my friend. Let's do, boop. See, look how well these stamp. How fun. I'm gonna get a little small one in here too. All right. I am going to, I can do another firework down here, but I could do the smaller one. No, I kind of like the big one, so we'll do another big one. Okay. And just in case, I'll put these here just to protect the two edges. And I'll get another burst of fireworks at the bottom panel. Oh, wait. Hold on. Do we want to do that, or do we want to hide a critter? I think I want to hide the raccoon down here. All right, Marla, thanks for joining. Have fun on your night out. Okay, so folks, what do you think? Hide the raccoon down here so it's like he's like blasting off the rocket of fireworks, or stamp another firework impression down here. Let me know what you think. I'm inclined to put Mr. Raccoon down there because it'll be a fun little surprise. Yay, Meg says raccoon is cool. All right. I did just ink this up, but I'm just gonna wipe that clean. We'll see when we compose the rest of the card if which way we want to go. So let's just get started with putting some stuff down. So now that we have our inside, I will get the happy part down. This is an older stamp and die set it's from Crafter's Companion. I don't think it's still available, but you can really use anything. And Happy 4th of July does come in the stamp set. It's just I wanted something big. I vote for the mighty trash panda. Is that what raccoons are? Trash pandas? Some people call them raccoons. Oh my gosh, folks, we have raccoons that come out at night. Just in my backyard. Just hanging around, having fun. All right, and then I have the big number 4. Happy 4th. I'm just gonna make sure that there's room for. So that's 2 votes for panda. Now you've got me calling it a panda, Jay. Happy 4th. And then we'll fit our critters. Oh wait. I think I want. Let's see. I don't want to glue down the 4th yet. I want my bear. So what's cool is once this is folded down, you can pop this up above there, so his head can kind of poke up over if he is like a little bit like that. And then maybe our bunny can be sitting on top of the TH. And then we open it up and we see Mr. Raccoon on the inside. All right, I think, how's that look, folks? Does that look all right? I think that's what I'm gonna go with. So I don't think we're gonna need this pattern paper down there. Let's put the 4th down first. Thanks, Meg. It's so fun, this style of card. This was the very first one that I made, and I was surprised by how easy it was. So, definitely thought, it would be great to showcase all of these fun little critters because there's so many places to hide them. So it's really perfect for this stamp set and for the other critter stamp set that I showed too. These guys, the winter version of of these. I don't want to push too hard because that might not be dry yet. These are pigment inks, so they'll take a moment to dry completely. Don't go touching it right away. Yeah, thanks, Jay. They are adorable, all these little critters. Um, yeah, this will be available on Replay Mix, so feel free. I'm making my bear a righty. So I'll glue this little bit to his paws. I love that the die set was designed so that it's got the paws partially open so that your bear can be holding things. Super cute. And I think I want to put a little bit of dimension behind the bear. Let's have him pop up a little bit. And so I'm just going to use some of my low profile foam. I love this stuff because it's not super thick. So if you don't need to make a shaker, I feel like I don't want a lot of dimension. I just want a little bit just so that, he's lifted a little bit from off the background. And we'll get a little bit behind his legs too. Oh, you know what? I might not have needed that bit on his head because we'll deal with that when we get to that. I forgot part of his head might be popping up. And if you are gonna do that, where part of him is above the stair step, make sure you don't put adhesive because it'll glue itself down and you won't be able to open your card. So let's see. We'll see how high I make him. I have this in my standard supply list on all of my videos, Meg. But the short answer is Amazon, and just search for 1 millimeter foam sheets. I buy them in large, basically like 8.5 by 11 sheets, and then I cut them down. Yeah, I don't need this whole piece here. I'm just gonna trim this down a little bit. The original one that I got, I really love, and it's already got adhesive on both sides, but it hasn't been in stock for a while. So I did find an alternative to it, but that one, it's the foam by itself and it doesn't actually have adhesive. So I then have to buy, or I actually happen to have because I make mini albums, but then I buy large adhesive, like double-sided adhesive sheets, also 8.5 by 11. And then so I put the adhesive on both sides. But that's why the original one that I got this is the original one. It's actually sold with adhesive on both sides, and it's truly just 1 millimeter thick. When I couldn't find this anymore, I started looking for others. This is closer to maybe 1.5. But then you gotta do your own adhesive on both sides. So um, I'm hoping that first one that I was able to find, I should have stocked up and hoarded. Because it's been out of stock for a while now. I just haven't seen it. Whoa. Fourth, the T. Oh, I should be doing that. And so if you can find it, I still have it linked on my video descriptions, the original one, I think, anyways. Because every now and then I go back and check to see if it's in stock. Um, but I think it's been a while since I've had to buy it, so I haven't checked in some time. And the other thing with low profile foam is that if you're just making like a regular card that doesn't have like a lot of folds, you could layer up like a second layer of dimension on top of this even. Like if you wanted the rocket to have a little bit of dimension behind it, you could put another little bit of, that's what I was considering doing, but you could lift that up so that it's got even more dimension behind it. And because it's only 1 millimeter thick, it's still not going to trigger extra postage because, usually your shaker card foam is about like 3 millimeters thick. And that I've found goes through the mail just fine. So that's the nice thing with using the thinner foam is that you can have like multiple layers and it'll still be okay with shipping. So I'm gonna put some foam behind my rabbit too, my little bunny. And I'm gonna do some parts of the bunny are a little small, so I'm gonna use my 3D glue gel for like behind the ears. And just squeeze some out. And I don't know, Kendra, if you're still watching, I think you would ask me how I use this. So I just squirt it out. It's really super dimensional. And I mean, you can make it as thick, as high up as you want, but um, I'm not looking for a ton of dimension here because my foam is kind of thin. But I just like to put it where there's like small areas where I want to have something supporting it from behind, but I don't want to cut foam that small. But since the dies, if you get the coordinating dies that go with the stamp of the month, you could always die cut your foam, and then you'd have a piece that's exact to match. So I didn't think about doing that. So we're already we're already at this point here. But that's another reason to get the dies so that you don't have to worry about little bits of foam. So I'm just gonna position, and then don't push down super hard on the where you have the gel. Just give it a little, like in the middle here, I know I have foam, so I can push down pretty hard on that. But where I know I put gel, like behind the ears, I'm just giving it a little tap just to make sure it has good contact and is a bit level with the foam. So there's that so far. And where's our raccoon? Oh, here it is. So we want this little guy here. Well, folks, what do you think? Should I put a little pattern paper behind our raccoon? Thoughts? Or should he just be against white and have all of the steps white? Let me know your thoughts on that. I don't think I should do red because the rocket is red. So I feel like if it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be the blue. Meg says yes to the blue paper. Okay. Thank you, Meg. I'm doing it. I trust you. So let's get that little bit trimmed off. I am gonna just, I don't want to lose my raccoon. Okay. I'm gonna start there and see if I need to trim. I think I could do, maybe I'll do that. No, I think I went a little bit, oh yeah, I'll have that go all the way to the top. I was debating whether to trim a little bit off so that we have a white border. Oh, maybe I do want it with the white border. Decisions, decisions. I know you do, Meg. That's why I love anytime you are able to join in the live chat. Doing it. Having a little bit of a white border. Okay, so get that. I hope you agree with my decision of the white border, because I've already cut it. Oh, good. Phew. It's Meg approved. All right, let's get this on here. So I'm aiming to get it flush at the bottom, and then there will be a little bit of a border all the way around. Oh, this is so cute. Thanks everybody for the help with figuring this one out. I'm gonna stick the raccoon flat. Ooh, he just fits with between the score lines. So Jamie says, looks good. Yay. Thanks, Jamie. These critters are the perfect size. So I'll get him kind of there-ish. And there are a lot of critters, so I think the fox would fit really well. There's 2 foxes. So I'm only using 3 out of the 5 that come in the set. So there's lots of different options. And you can see there's like really fun hiding places for them. So, oh, I better put this back before I forget. So that's it, folks. That is the A2 size stair step card featuring the Not Too Shabby Shop stamp and coordinating die of the month. I highly recommend getting the coordinating die because you can do fun stuff like this of having your bear hold the a bunch of different things. You have lots of different options for what he can be holding, or she. And so really fun to have the die do that partial cut, like exactly on, where it needs to go. So really, really fun. And we've got our sentiment with all of the fun fireworks, our little bunny with his USA banner, and our Jay calls him a trash panda or a raccoon. And he's kind of hiding, so just a little something extra for when you open up the card and a little surprise. So that's the one that we made live today. And this is sort of my demo card, but I will have a video tutorial on this, and that will be on my channel a couple days from now. So if you caught this live stream late, or if you were just watching just to enjoy the stream, but you want to go back and see how to make this, you can catch this on replay and see how to make this exact card. And in a few days' time, there'll be a tutorial showing how I made this one. So thanks, everybody. Look, I even finished within an hour. So for a card that looks like it might be complicated, I was able to get it done in an hour. So I hope you'll give it a try. And thank you, Lazy Days Stampin'. Um, it's lots of fun. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you do, please do share to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. And we'd all love to see your makes. Thanks for spending a bit of your afternoon with me today, everybody. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day, everyone. Bye.